Okay, so my name's Joe Hill. I'm Curatorial Associate here at Focal Point Gallery, and I'm sat in our new entrance space of the new gallery space we opened last Monday. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the new gallery space, some of the amazing commissions we've got, and the exhibition that we're opening with. So the architects Manilow and White are an architect who we've worked with closely. They've worked on our gallery space in the old building, and they wanted to bring in lots of references, materials and colours from the old building. So what we've done is a lot of the colours you see and the materials are all referenced from the old library space, bringing some of that history of the organisation back into the new space here. Alongside that, we wanted to commission a number of artists to make functional artworks for the new space. One I'm sat on here, this is Marc Camille Chaimowicz. He showed at the gallery in 2010, and he has made a bespoke seating arrangement for the entrance space, as well as the folding screen you can see behind me, and also a curtain in the secondary gallery space that we can use to black out the space as well. And then we have commissioned Vonna-Michell, who is born and raised in Southend, to design our reception desk, which is based on, you'll recognise some of the tiles from the old Southend Central Library, as well as a full diorama of Southend Seafront, where the famous Never Never Land children's theme park used to be. And he's recreated that in great detail, looking at the layers of the estuary and how it's been built up by the different developments that have happened on the seafront. And then we have quite an interesting commission, and this is almost all you can see of the commission. This is a British artist called Mike Nelson, and we wanted Mike again to make a permanent commission for the new space. And he was very interested in embedding something into the building at the early stages, so something that would exist in the construction of the building at that phase and wouldn't be visible for people to see. So Mike worked with the books that weren't able to move to the new library that we didn't have space for and had to get rid of, and he selected 530 of the books based on text that he did in a previous publication called The Forgotten Kingdom. And he has actually embedded the books in the walls of the gallery. So what we've done is created a bespoke installation in the cavities on the west wall of the main gallery space. And then what we have done is scan and reprint all the front and back covers of all the books, and we've made a new publication which documents all of the covers of the books that he chose. We have a number of other commissions as well. We have a major commission as you come into Elmer Square by an American artist called Alan Ruckersberg, very early 1960s conceptual artist from New York, who's again used language and art and combined the two of them together into this fabulous commission, using these unique posters that he's been making with one printing company in LA. Alongside that, we have a number of temporary commissions. We've got masses going on to open the space. We've got a commission on the main public screen, the large screen on Elmer Square. That's by an artist called Renee Vaughan Sutherland, who's been working with White Bus Film Archive, and she's been re-editing some of their archives together and making a bespoke film which looks at many different themes alongside motorbikes, people being struck by lightning, but has a particular local feel to it as well, because it talks about people being struck by the lightning on the pier at Southend. We do have one more off-site commission, which is a British artist called Scott King, who's done one of our famous railway bridge commissions across the High Street as well. Once again, we wanted to engage an artist that dealt with language and text, and what he's done is look at the role of art in regions and rebranding and regeneration, and how areas use art in that way. It's a bit of a critique of that, which is, I think, a positive thing for Southend, because it just shows that our approach to public art is more interesting and more wide-ranging than most people's approaches. And then on to our opening exhibition, which we're all really excited about. It's a British artist called Elizabeth Price, who won the Turner Prize in 2012. And she has made a new piece of work specifically for this exhibition. So in the main gallery space, through the yellow doors, you'll see a new film work entitled Sunlight, which is part of a trilogy of new works that she's going to be working on over the next 5 years. But we're really excited to have this new piece of work premiered in Southend to open the new space, and we've had lots of interest worldwide in the exhibition, people coming from far and wide to see it. And what she's done is she's taken her residency, which was at the Rutherford Appleton Institute, which is basically the British Space Agency, and she was working with slide images of the surface of the sun, and she's made a film that kind of orbits around these 100 years of slide images of the surface of the sun, and combined it with different commercial motifs and logos, and made this kind of video collage to a really fantastic soundtrack as well. I mean, incredibly musical, it's really fantastic. And then in our second gallery, she's actually shown a number of paintings and illustrations, as well as a small sculpture and some photography. So I mean, it's really fantastic because Elizabeth hasn't really shown work of that kind for the past 5 years, so it's really unique for people to get an insight into that side of her practice. She's always primarily been a video artist and everybody knows her for that, so it's great to show something different of her work.